Welcome in, guys. This is Sunny with Sunny Healing Intuitions. I was going to try to do more readings this week, but wow, I have moved through a lot of energy this week. If you have been feeling it, Chiron was in its last phase in Aries until September. We have moved into Taurus, which my Chiron placement is in Taurus. And there was just a huge clearing that happened this week. So I was feeling sick, I was very tired, I was extremely worn down, so I followed my body and moved the energy when I needed to and took a rest when I needed to. We have Falcor here, a little guest appearance. He's sleeping, and then we've got Loki, who's on the other couch over there, so they're going to transmute some energies for us. Because I really feel like there's a lot of energy that's moving through us and being released at this time. So today I felt was significant to come on and do a reading, and this is for all that resonate. Don't force a story to fit, just take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. And just know that these messages are timeless, so whenever you come across these readings and if you resonate with it, it is meant for you. And if you find that, it kind of resonates, but you're not sure, you can always revisit later, because sometimes my messages are a little bit more predictive. Now, as I said, Chiron has moved into Taurus. This is about your value. Are you truly embodying what you want to be, or how you want to be, or the type of person you want to be in this life? Are you embodying a healed version of yourself, or is there more to move through? The healing journey is never ending, but we sometimes can falter back to old beliefs and thoughts that resurface, and we don't want it to shake us to our core and think that we haven't healed it. It's just, there's more to see. That's all it is. So we just want to be kind to ourselves, have grace and patience along the journey. I am a terrific guide, so if you need any guidance through channeled readings, or if you need some Reiki support for stress relief or pain relief, I also do integrative soul coaching, where we kind of talk about your starting point and how you can transmute your pain into power. So if you are interested in any of these services, my information is in the description box below. Let's dive in. So we have a few cards that have come out. We have Halls of Amenti Initiation, Secrets Revealed, Treasure Uncovered Initiation. So this is really significant about what I was just covering. Sometimes we'll have information come back up, and there's gold in that. So if there is an old belief that's resurfacing, or you have an old trauma resurfacing, take a look at it. Because I'll tell you this, to make it simple, as we go through the healing journey and we do heal aspects of ourselves, we have a higher perspective. We are able to hold more information, more light for ourselves and grace. And it will kind of show us how far we've come. Rather than reacting to it, it's helping us to see the expansion that we've already created. And then we can take a look at it and dissect it by just sitting with the feelings, sitting with the thoughts, and looking at what we can learn from it a little bit further. We also have the Crystal Skull Wisdom, Clarity, Divine Healing, High Vibrational Energy. So this is the energy that you're holding now, is the higher vibrational energy of where you are now versus where you were then. You built a foundation around the clarity that you're receiving, and it's because you've done the healing, so there's more clarity coming through. So again, we want to hold patience and grace through the process. And then we have Shambhala Initiations, Retreating to Recharge, Trusting the Process, and Dharma. So this is like where Tibetan monks and Buddhists go to retreat and recharge, to sit in meditation in stillness and quiet. And this is where they gain most of their wisdom. So you have to trust the process and understand that when you are, taking a break from the healing process, or taking a break from other energies that may surround you in your community, in your work life, the chaotic busyness, understanding that we are all connected, and that you may be taking on a little bit more energy than you need to at that time. So taking the time to rest and recharge will help you to gain more clarity, to help you to understand the treasures that are revealed through the secrets, you know, that are dug deep down inside of us. You know, the darkness is honestly where we gain most of our wisdom. And the darkness is just, what I mean is the shadows, the aspects of ourselves that we avoid. The pain, the hurt, the suffering, the mental chatter that we try to avoid. Sometimes when we sit in it and allow it to just run through us, we will gain wisdom and treasures revealed within that information. It's just about being kind to yourself through the process, really. You know, we're creating big change. I just saw 555 on the clock there. We're creating a change for a better life, right? A better quality of life, a better way of deciding and relating with others. You know, making decisions that are the highest and best good for us, so we can have that equal exchange of give and take within our communities and our life, within our own lives as well. So I have the Hierophant, the Ace of Cups, and the Seven of Wands, which to me is just a huge confirmation about what I'm covering, because the Hierophant is about a higher perspective, a higher learning. The Hierophant is able to sit with the energy and gain a higher perspective because he's tapped in, he's tuned into his abilities with the heavens, but he can also connect with the depths of himself. He's a teacher, a leader, and there's gold in the lessons. And, you know, he holds a very high vibrational energy, able to transmute anything in life into his power. And it's because we're able to hold this love for ourselves through the process. Now, this is a heart activation, is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling my heart open. And it's not just the heart, it's the higher heart as well. We have a higher heart chakra that's between the throat and the heart. And as we can speak our truth and follow our heart and make decisions based on that and our gut, we can activate this heart, this compassion, hold the compassion not only for ourselves, but for others. When we recognize that, you know, they may not even have gone through the healing process themselves. And that, you know, even though they may hurt us and say things or do things that we don't approve of or like, or that make us, you know, that make us uncomfortable, we can hold compassion knowing that that's where they are in their journey. It's not about us, it's about them. So as we can move through this energy, we're really tapped into our solar plexus. We're able to sit in a grounded, rooted area of our life and just observe and not let it, you know, shake us to our core, or, you know, we don't need to feel attacked. We don't need to feel triggered, because we understand that that's their pain, that's their suffering, and that's not about us. We are protected by this glass bubble because we're taking the time to go within and understand our truth, gaining wisdom from our pain and suffering. And as we hold that compassion for ourselves and we go through the process, I mean, really go through it, sit with ourselves, sit with that suffering, sit with the mental chatter or the hurt feelings from what happened before, we can see that we've already gone through it. And the only reason it's showing back up is because it's showing us how far we've come. And when we have this higher perspective, we have the High Priestess showing up, which is really cool, because this is almost like, you know, the Hierophant and the High Priestess. It's the same energy. We're gaining that higher wisdom, sitting in our power, and knowing that, you know, the downloads that were coming in, we're able to hold that higher vibrational energy that we worked so hard to gain, and get the clarity and wisdom of all of the learning, the lessons that we've been through. And that really pushes us to follow our guidance, our inner guidance, our wisdom, and know that we're protected and guided no matter what. It's not about protecting our energy out of fear, but when we can sit in our own power and understand that we are loved, we are guided, we are here for a purpose, that we matter. We are not triggered. We are more like in an observant energy where we know our power. And just because we're observing things around us, it doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, this is what my life is and I've got to do all these things again to get back to that good feeling I was feeling before all this started happening again. It's resurfacing to you know, show me that I haven't done the work. No, it's not what it is. It's just a reminder of how far you've come, because our time is not linear and neither is our healing journey. We're all on our own path, everyone. So when somebody sees something, it doesn't mean that we're going to see that same thing. We're all in a different path. We heal and we move through life on our own growth rate. And time is a circular motion. Okay, I'm just going to say that. So it goes like this, right? You can either go down this way by avoiding everything that is coming up, or you can go this way. And every time you hit that point, because the wheel always turns, right? The wheel of fortune. When you hit that point, you can see how far you've come and realize there's gold in this. There's some type of wisdom that it's trying to show me. And then you'll keep moving up and keep ascending. We have this Merkaba activation showing up here too. We have transcendence, ascension, you're rising up. And that's what I mean. Every time that comes back up, that's another chance to manifest what you truly want, because you're recognizing the alchemical gold within that lesson. So this is just about an equal exchange of give and take. This is like staying balanced when, you know, when people do get triggered or, you know, they act a fool when you say or do something that, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. It was just how you felt. You spoke your truth. You wanted to make sure that you were taking care of yourself and following your gut. And you're trusting, you know, the intuition that is coming in. You know, you get these feelings because you got your heart space open. It's activated. You're sitting as the high priestess and the high priest, the Hierophant, knowing that you have taken the time to learn your lessons. So when something happens, you can just sit there and be like, look, like, I'm just speaking my truth. If it's not okay, then, you know, these boundaries obviously aren't good for you. We're just going to have to take separate paths. Or maybe we have to take some time to retreat, rest, and recharge, and revisit this when you have a chance to calm down, right? So this is what's on offer. It's a way to stay balanced, to know your wealth will never be affected by anybody else. This is you understanding that you have the power to alchemize what you want, to do what it is that you need to protect your energy, not in fear, but just knowing that when you speak your truth, you are following your gut, your intuition, your heart, and this is what it brings. Health, wealth, vitality, life force energy. This is your foundation that you're building by following your gut and trusting your truth, because you have risen up from where you were before when the trauma hit, or when, you know, something happened that just maybe like everything crumbled down around you and it hurt and it sucked. Whatever it is that it is for you, because this is a collective message. So we're going to go ahead and get a closing message from the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck. I'm sending you massive love. I know that this journey is not the easiest. You know, my Fallen Star Alchemy is all about the descent from above, right? We all come from stardust. We're all made of the same beautiful God energy. And God is the energy that is within us. That's what it is. We are all our own God because we're the ones that are creating our reality with the universe. And it's the fallen star is about the descent into the human experience of the heavy, dense energies that we experience. And this is just what we're doing. It's our job, it's Earth School to come down, learn the lessons, and to heal it so that way when we do reincarnate, the next lifetime isn't full of trauma and suffering, and it's more of a beautiful energy, the change that we've created because we've healed those aspects of ourselves so we can continue to rise up and ascend. We have the Blue Temple. I love that this card came out. So I'm going to go ahead and read this one. We have the darkening in the back, which is all about the darkness that we've gone through, the pain and suffering that we've been through that's taught us so much. So let's see, we have the Blue Temple. Just trying to find what page it's on. 197. Okay. So this is about the celestial realm, the imagination, and expansiveness. Welcome to the Blue Temple, the home of the alchemical imagination. You have entered a space of new depths, new possibilities. The inner eye opens and you become willing to see in a new way. To understand this card, one must study blue itself. It is the celestial color of the sky, the ocean, and the peacock's tail. Though potent blue slips away, through this color our imagination threads together experiences both grim and glorious. Think blue films and blue ribbons, the halls of heaven and the horrors of melancholy. We are taken into the depths of mood, of tone, of the rhythm and the blues. The eternal mystery of blue will only deepen as we study it, and this is precisely the point. Leave the cerebral behind, cloak yourself in the sapphire robe, and sit quietly in the vault of mysteries. So this is really like just a conclusion, a wrap up of everything I just covered. It's about sitting in the spaces of the darkness, right? We have the darkening in the back. This is sitting with the energy and knowing that we are shedding skin as we sit in these dark spaces, understanding that these are not spaces to avoid. These are spaces to love. And as we love those spaces, we can activate a higher perspective and more compassion for ourselves and others, our brothers and sisters, our mothers and fathers, our elders that came before us, and hold the compassion for ourselves throughout this process and for others, because we all go through trauma, we all go through suffering, we all go through this massive healing process, or at least the ones that choose to do so. And that the more we can love, the more we receive love. The more that we heal, the more that we can help others to guide them through the healing process, or to show love and compassion for them when they're in their suffering, rather than being triggered. We can hold space for others. We can hold more space and light for ourselves and trust the process of life is bringing us our highest good. So with that, I'm sending you all massive love. Please like the video if you resonate, comment if you like, and until next time.